this is Russ. I'm back on the road again. Yeah, it's about 67 degrees, 66 degrees, something like that. You know, I first came out with long pants on, turned right back around and put on some shorts. You know, initially I thought it would be kind of cool, but you know, when the sun starts beating down on you, kind of warms you up a little bit. So, of course, with the wind blowing against me, I feel a little cool, but it's going to warm up a little bit. So, we'll be riding for some time. So, I thought shorts would be a better choice. So, I am on the Rad Rover 5 today, and I've brought both batteries out just in case we go a little bit further. And so, I'm headed to the post office once again. If you recognize this path, you might recognize that. And then after we're done with the post office, we'll just ride around the area, see what that neighborhood looks like. Now, the last time I rode down this road, you might have noticed that I was doing 28 miles an hour, 29 miles an hour on the Magicycle. Hey, I just wanted to say I don't normally ride that fast. I was testing out the Magicycle, okay? I just wanted to see how fast that thing can go on throttle only, and obviously you can throttle up to your 28 mile an hour specification. Of course, you know, it bounces into 29 every now and then, so I don't normally ride 28 miles an hour, right? Over 20, yeah, I do, but not 28 usually. I just wanted to test it, so just make that clear. So today, I'm going to the post office because utility bills in our area, you can pay online or you can pay with the normal stamp, mail it. But the online fee is a couple dollars. It's cheaper with the stamp. And it gives me some place to go on my bike. So that's why I go to the post office. Because yeah, a lot of us pay our bills nowadays online. I do, but there's one or two things that I don't, and that would be our city utility bills and other things like insurance sometimes. So that's why we do what we do. Now this area that we're coming down into is kind of their downtown area. It's an older area. You can see from the buildings next to us. These are, it looks like they're maybe 2 flats or something. I don't know what they are. Yeah, I told you guys I'm not good with buildings. Apartment buildings over here. I'm still coughing. So in case you notice I cough every now and then. I have been taking that Prilosec. I think I've taken maybe 5 days worth, something like that. So it doesn't seem to have helped much at all yet. Maybe it takes a little longer. I mean, it is a 14-day regimen you got to take, and so we'll see. I have a doctor's appointment coming up in a couple of weeks. I'll talk to him about it as well. Just a annual physical. Well, it's called annual. Doesn't mean I go exactly every year. I think I'm about a year and a half, something like that, at this point. All right, so this time we're actually going to mail a piece of mail. A little roundabout here. All right, let's pull up next to this. I have this in the rear section of my bike. Make that little deposit. And off we go. All right, let's take a look at this downtown area. Now, if you've been a long time Russ Right viewer, you've probably seen this area before. But I know there's so many more new people on now that everything's brand new to you guys. So we'll do it again. There is wind hitting up against me. I can hear the wind blowing. And whenever that happens, I usually can't even hear myself talking. So sometimes if I pronunciate, there you go. If I mispronunciate words, it's because I can't even hear myself pronunciating it. I am doing a combination, as I usually do, of pedaling and throttling. I tend to be a little bit lazier when I've got these two batteries on, because I know if I run out of battery power, I got another battery. So yeah, you tend to be lazy sometimes. All right, let's go this way here. Now, the farmer's market is usually off to the left-hand side. Today being Sunday, I don't think they run on Sundays, but let's go through it anyways. This is actually the train station in this area. Let's just kind of ride through here so you kind of get a feel for things. But typically what they do is they will take the parking lot area here. Let me ride through it. This parking lot area here is usually set up to do a farmer's market. And I believe it's typically on Saturdays that they do this. So all of this stuff here would be kind of like a farmer's market area. And that's how I met Donut Jim. Hi to Donut Jim if he's watching. Donut Jim is the donut vendor that was here. And last year was his last year. Let me go through here one more time. So this section here too is part of the farmer's market on Saturdays. Yeah, I met Donut Jim. Let me give you the story behind Donut Jim. I hope he's okay with that. Yeah, I was riding my my e-bike. Let's go back here. Donut Jim is usually in this area right here. So I was riding my e-bike, and Donut Jim comes running over to me. I call him Donut Jim because I have two friends named Jim. One who goes fishing with me. I call him Fishing Jim now. Donut Jim is Donut Jim because he was the donut vendor here. All right, swinging around. Let's just ride around. I'm gonna aimlessly ride around. I'm not really gonna pay much attention where we're going. So anyways, Donut Jim comes running over to me to introduce himself and to look at my bike. He took an interest in it because he had ordered an electric XP 2.0 bike for himself, and he was just sitting around waiting for it. And I don't know, it'd been months since he ordered it and hadn't gotten his bike. You know, that's what happened last year, you know, with the supply chain things, and bikes weren't coming in. So he was looking at my bike, and you know, I'd gone to the farmer's market a couple of times. And so we kind of became friends, and we've ridden, I think, only once together. Eventually we should ride again, Donut Jim. We'll do Bussy Woods or something together. So yeah, he doesn't do the donuts here in this area anymore, but he does do it at another village. So he is still active doing it, but he's not in this particular town anymore. So I cannot see him with my bike. Getting to that other town is a little bit tough on the e-bike because some of the roads I would have to take would be a little bit tougher for me to ride and stay safe. So I've always tried to pick roads that are the safest roads to do. Now, you've noticed here, some of these signs say bike route. So they designate certain areas they think are safer for you to ride. I don't know if your town has a similar thing or not. But yeah, let's just ride around. You know, if we get lost a little bit, I got a GPS. I can find my way back home. The only problem with aimlessly riding like this is sometimes it brings you to areas that you know, if you want to get back home, you've got to ride some streets that you may not want to ride. So this is the village hall, it looks like. Little baseball diamond off to the right hand side. Let me see if I can grab the camera and move it to you guys. There you go. And sometimes I could just kind of grab the camera and move it, let you guys see things. Okay, that street up ahead is not the best street to go on. So let's go down this way. Yeah, it's a little overcast. It was a little rainy yesterday during the evening. And I guess the overcast stayed with us. I personally like this type of weather to ride on because it's not hot. It's a little cooler. I think that's an e-bike that was going across. I don't know if you guys can see it well enough. The GoPro doesn't give you the best views. Sometimes it's a little too wide, and so you can't really see distance as well. Yeah, I think that was a rad runner based on the look of it. Speaking of bikes, let's talk about bikes. All right. I feel like a tour guide here. You guys can look along. Let's talk about bikes. Now, I had a question that had popped up on one of the comments of one of the videos, asking me about if I saw the most recent Magicycle bikes that are coming out. Yeah, I saw it. What do I think about it? Okay, well, they're coming. Yeah, they're coming out. Now you might be wondering, does that mean they're coming my way? Yeah, they're coming my way. Yeah, I was in contact with Magicycle, and yeah, they have a couple models coming out, and they told me that all of their colleagues there are happy with the results of my review, and very happy that you guys had purchased bicycles as well because of my review. So thank you guys, appreciate it. So I think it's helped solidify our relationship a little bit more. And like I said, I've been very happy working with Magicycle. I like the bike. I like the company. They've been really responsive to me. At least the contact person that I have. I don't actually know what his position at the company is, but yeah. So he says everyone is very happy with your results, and they want to continue a longer-term relationship with Russ is Right. So great. So what does that really mean? That means more bikes are coming to Russ is Right. So they have some new models. If you want to see what's coming, go to the Magicycle website. You'll see what's coming. They have a commuter bike coming out. They have a 20-inch wheel high performance bike coming out. I'm kind of excited about that one. It shows a delivery date of around August. I don't know when I'll get. I probably will get it around the same time when you guys might actually immediately be able to order and get yours too if you ordered without seeing my review first. I don't know if I'm assuming that the discount codes that they gave me will be the same discount codes for those bikes. I think you might even be able to pre-order these bikes even way beforehand if you wanted to. So, but use the affiliate link. Okay, don't go directly to the Magicycle website to order. Use my affiliate link. That gives me the credit for it. I appreciate that. And then use the code. So it's affiliate link plus the code, not just the code. Okay, everyone's kind of stopped here. We'll let the cars go first. Um, yeah, I don't trust it when there's cars all over the place. I don't know who's going next. So anyways, yeah, there's one bike that's a 20-inch wheel bike. You know, the smaller wheels typically mean you get a lot more torque and stuff. Well, this new bike coming out is I believe 96 Newton meter torque, which is like a small motorcycle torque. What does that mean to you? Well, that means you can ride up hills with no problems at all. I mean, we saw what the Magicycle Cruiser was able to do at 86 Newton meters. Well, this is 10 Newton meters more, and it goes from, you know, that 26-inch wheel to a 20-inch wheel. So the 20-inch wheel is going to have even more torque. The smaller your wheel, the more torque you actually get. And yeah, let's go right. Since we're just riding around anyways. The smaller wheel gets more torque, and then you add this motor that you're putting on there, and yeah, it's going to be some power. And from the specifications, I think it said it's going to be a 20 amp hour battery. So 52 volt, 20 amp hour battery. Now, and 750 watt motor, I believe. Now, if you look at this, you might say, well, we're going to get a lot of range. And you will if you're riding like normal, not going up and down hills constantly. Yeah, you're going to get a lot more range with that 20 amp hour battery. But I believe that 20 amp hour battery is there because at 96 Newton meters, if you ride hard, or you take that throttle and hit it down hard to get up over a hill, you're going to eat up some power. Your wattage is going to spike way up there. That's going to eat into your range, right? Everything, like I said before, nothing comes for free. You want power, you got to give it power. That's going to eat battery power. So that's why I think the 20 amp hour battery has to be there to give you some ability so you can do those type of things. Now, if you're riding like right here and you're just like, you know, casually riding, yeah, you're going to get a lot of range. I mean, the triangle batteries that I put on this Rad Rover is that was an e-bike. I think that was the guy I saw before. I said, is that guy an e-bike? That was on another video. He was riding towards us. Yeah, that is an e-bike. So anyways, yeah, the triangle batteries I have are 52 volt, 20 amp hour batteries as well. But I get more range with this bike simply because I believe this Rad Rover really is a 500 watt motor that peaks at 750. So these lower wattage motors, there's some benefit to it if you think about it. If you're a range person, if you're a person that likes to ride distance, you know, having these huge monster motors and stuff in there, it's not really your beneficial thing to your range, because if you're riding hard because you got that big motor, you're going to eat up your battery. So yeah, I was looking at some of the other bikes, and you know, there are bikes that have 350 watt motors, 500 watt motors, or you know, a lot smaller than the 750. And I'm beginning to realize that maybe a smaller motor on the long run isn't such a bad deal for everyone. You know, I always thought I needed at least a 750. I'm beginning to think twice about that now. I'm beginning to think maybe these smaller motors have a benefit. Okay. I'll know for sure once I get bikes that have those smaller motors. I'll be able to test it then. Let's talk about mid-drive bikes. Okay, what about those things? Well, yeah, there's benefit to that too. I mean, it is a more standard way of riding, because many of the mid-drive bikes do not have. Let me turn here. All right, we're back on our pads here. Get us to another area. Many of the mid-drive bikes don't have throttles. Not all of them, but most of them don't have throttles. The new electric X Premium has a throttle, and it's a mid-drive. But let's just talk in general. Most of them don't. So what does that mean? If you're like me, who don't use my gears a whole lot, that's a new riding experience for me. I have to use the gears if I have a mid-drive. You do get pedal assist levels on them. On my left-hand side here, you can see my thumb. You do have pedal assist levels, and then you have gears, okay? Yeah, you got to use your gears. So if you're one that's not used to using your gears, a mid-drive could be your worst nightmare. On the other hand, if you know how to use your gears, a mid-drive could be really nice. But you will have to use your gears. You're going to have to start up first gear, second gear, third gear, all that type of stuff. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah. If you're a traditionalist and you like riding with gears and the like, then mid-drive is the way for you to go. And many of the mid-drive riders swear by them. They don't go back to hub motors. Now, somebody made a comment, which I didn't really appreciate too much, about my preference for hub drive motors. It's not my preference, it's what my bikes have. It doesn't mean I like one over the other. I haven't tried the other yet. I haven't had the opportunity. And I like my throttle. And he was mentioning about my throttle, and I just said that. And he made some other comment, and I just said, you know, that's not what I said. I mean, I don't like people putting words in my mouth. So, yeah, I wasn't too thrilled with that comment. But, yeah, if that was you that made the comment, yeah, I wasn't too happy about that. Let's go down this way. We've never done this one. No, I'm not against hub drive motors. I just haven't had an opportunity. I tend to use my throttle a lot to get up faster and stuff. And I think he said that it burns out your motor. I don't think it does. I don't know. I've never had one burn out. How can I answer that? You see what I'm saying? I can't answer it. But I do use it because I have it. Now, I could do this. I could lower my gears. All right, start on gear 1, work my way up. Okay, I'm working my way up. I could do it. It's not like I don't do it. I've done it when I used to own a regular non-electric bike. I know how to use gears, but because I have a throttle, I tend not to. So, yeah, I don't think it burns out anything. I've not heard of anyone burning things out. You know, if somebody had mentioned to you that it tends to burn out the motors, well, if you believe him, then that's fine. But maybe others can chime in. Has the throttle burned out your motors? Hasn't for me yet. And I personally like using the throttle. I start up a lot with the throttle. I don't drop my gears down and pedal up and keep changing gears back and forth. Like here, I'm going to throttle to make this turn. And then you'll see that I'll usually back off on the throttle. See, I'm not using it. And I'll pedal it. And then if I need a little more boost, I throttle it to give me myself a boost. So we ride differently. It's not good or bad one way or the other. It's just we do things a little bit differently. And I think that's okay. So just my perspective, you know. I have no idea about these neighborhoods. I'm just following the sign that says bike path or bike route. Yeah, all these neighborhoods are kind of new to me too. I don't really know. But we're taking it easy today. We're not going really fast. It says 15.5 miles an hour right now. Yeah. Well, when I would want to look around neighborhoods, I take my time as well. Yeah, I scan the area. I look left and right. I know you guys only have the forward view, but I look left and right. I look at the houses and things. Yeah, somebody made a good point. I had asked, how do you know what the age of the architecture is? Because I'm very terrible at that. He says, take a look at the trees. You have a mature tree, you can kind of guesstimate how long that house has been around. Yeah, that's a really good point. I never thought about that. You don't get mature trees on houses that are just recently built. Good point. Good point. Bike route. Take a right, it says. Okay, well, you have no choice. You have to take a right. So yeah, back to bikes. So yeah, a couple of Magicycle bikes will be coming my way down the road. So I think they had estimate dates of July and August, something like that. So we will see some of that. What about other brands? Yeah, well, I was in contact with a couple other brands. And we're still working things out to see if it fits for both the company and for me as well. Now let me give you a hint as to my criteria about brands. And I think it said take a right. I'm not sure. I think so. Let's take the right. Well, if we take a right, we're back the way we came in. I don't know. We'll go down another road. So my criteria is, as I was talking to one company's representative, is I prefer a longer term relationship with the bike companies. I don't want to do like one review for somebody and then that's the only time I ever do anything with them. I actually prefer to see other models come through and like we're doing with Magicycle, we're building a relationship there, and where they send me bikes that are new and I get to try the new bikes and get to comment on what things I like about it, what things maybe I don't like so much about it. And I did tell him that my viewers tend to be mostly senior riders, and so we have certain things that are important to us, maybe not so to the 20 or 30-year-old person. So I says if the company was interested in addressing the senior market, have bikes that we might be interested in, or features that they think that we would be interested in, then we should get together and work on stuff. I'm trying to find an angle that the sun doesn't hit me in the eye from the reflection of on the cell phone. So let's go back down the other way here. And so that's the stuff I look at. I look at, are they responsive to our needs as senior riders? Do they have models that we would be interested in? I mean, sure. If somebody said, "Hey, we got a bike that does 40 miles an hour. Would you be interested in trying it?" I could do it, but what am I going to use it for? I'm never going to ride that fast, and I don't know about you guys, but I would tend to think that a good chunk of you guys probably wouldn't be that interested in it either. So a review like that doesn't help anybody. I mean, okay, it might help the company for younger people, but if my viewers aren't younger people, my review wouldn't help them at all. You see what I'm saying? And would it benefit us? The only thing it would benefit, it would give me a free bike. I don't think that's healthy for the longevity of my channel and my relationship with that company. I mean, if they give me a bike and nobody buys it because nobody is interested in that style of bike or that type of bike, what good is that for them to give it to me? The only person that benefits from that would be me. Does that make sense? And I don't want to take a bike that way. I want to see it benefit everybody. I want to see that review benefit the company. I want to see it benefit me. I want to see it benefit my viewers. and that would only mean bikes that we might have interest in. So on your comments, tell me the type of bikes you guys are really interested in. What type of bikes are you guys really interested in for me to take a look at and review? Are they like cruiser bikes? Are they like mountain type style bikes? You know, are they like this Rad Rover or the Magicycle Cruiser? Are they 20-inch tire bikes, foldable bikes, heavy duty, big, huge motor bikes, or less wattage bikes that have more range? What type of bikes are you guys interested in to have Russ's Right do a review? Yeah, there we go. That makes sense. Looking for the words to express what I really want to say. Yeah. What benefits you? What type of bikes would you buy? Okay? Tell me that in the comments. That's beneficial for me to know, and it's beneficial for the companies, because you know, some of these companies, they have multiple types of bikes. Why review a bike none of us are really interested in? Let's review the bikes that we have an interest to find out if that might be something we would buy. Does that make sense? Okay, there you go. All right, it says bike route straight ahead, so we're gonna cross and keep going forward once the light changes. Let's get some water here. I'm talking a lot. All right, off we go. So yeah, you know, yeah, I tend to wave to people sometimes. I just waved at the driver that was across from us a moment ago, and he waved back. Yeah, I try to be friendly. Where are we? I don't think I've ridden down this road before. Oh well. Yeah, it's a nice day. Nice day for a bike ride. All right, I'm gonna shut up for a bit, let you guys enjoy the neighborhood for a little. Okay, I have to say this. Bike route ends. Bike route ends. So what happens then? We'll go straight, even though it ends. All right, enough of silence. I can't handle the silence. So let me bring up another thing. Somebody asked me, they said, do you see much benefit to that right-hand mirror? Yeah, you guys remember I put the right-hand mirror on the Magicycle Cruiser? I'm gonna have to call it the Magicycle Cruiser now instead of the Magicycle. Since they got new bikes coming, I gotta specify the actual bike I'm on. So yeah, I put the right-hand mirror on there, and do I see a benefit? At first I said no, because you know, if you're riding along the curb area over here, what's the point of the right-hand mirror? Then I thought about it, and I said, you know what? There are times that I move into the left-hand turn lane, yeah, to take a left. So now that right-hand mirror is kind of important to see who's coming up behind me if I'm in the left-hand turn lane, right? Does that make sense? I didn't think about that. I go, yeah, there is a benefit. That's the benefit. I haven't used that yet, but one day I will. Hey, you didn't stop. Let's talk about stops again. No, I didn't. I did a rolling stop. That's the best I will do, folks. I think anyone next to me would see that I did the effort of the stop, even though I technically didn't stop. But, you know, for bicycles, I think a lot of people recognize that is a stop for a bicycle. Because otherwise, if you do a full stop, let's do a full stop here. This is what would happen if you do a full stop, okay? I'd have to hop off the bike, hop back on the bike. That's tougher for a bike. It's not that hard for a car. You don't jump out of your car. You stop, you go. A bike, you stop, you hop off, you go. You got to get back on the bike. You got to get back the momentum. It's a lot tougher. That's why I don't stop. So, yeah, we can't go by without at least one talk about stops. All right, I think we have enough for today. If you like this particular video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Tell me again what kind of bikes you guys would like to see reviewed. What style of bike, what type of thing is important to you. And then if I am in contact with other companies, I'll let them know. I'll just say, hey, this is what my subscribers have told me that they would be most interested in me reviewing. And if they have bikes that match that, yeah, then we'll take that bike on and review it. I'll talk to you guys next time.